years, I've done a number of videos about how to emulate the sound of Pat Metheny's Roland GR-300 using various Roland and Boss synthesizers. Most recently, the SY-1000, the GR-55, the VG-99. I skipped over the Boss GP-10, which I should not have because it does a great job. In fact, the same emulation is found through all of these synthesizers, so the settings are pretty much the same. But just to talk through what we need to do on the GP-10, let's have a look at it. So I'm starting with factory patch GR-300 lead, and I'll play a little bit of Pat's intro from the solo to Are You Going With Me? So, I mean, right away you hear that, that's the sound of a GR-300. No making mistake of that. But I think you could make a few little changes to make it sound a little bit more like at least what I hear when I hear Are You Going With Me? So the first thing I want to do is I want to get the compression turned off. And the compression adds some sustain to the notes, but it also makes it more likely that as you're changing strings, as you're playing really fast, if you have any noise, it really clutters up the sound, and I just don't think it's a good idea. So let's turn the compression switch off. The next thing we want to do is adjust the filter cutoff, because while this definitely sounds like a GR-300, it's a little bright, and when I listen, one of the things I like about Pat's GR-300 sound is it's a little bit more mellow to me. So we're going to change that from 96 to 84. Now when we do that and you play right away, you're going to find that maybe it's a little bit more dark than what you particularly want. But we can brighten it up a little bit by adding in a little resonance. So I add in some resonance just to give it a little bite. Now I don't know if Pat actually has any resonance on his, but I imagine his guitar signal chain is different from what we're doing here just with the Boss or Roland synthesizers. So these two changes, darkening up the cutoff and then adding a little resonance, to me sounds a lot closer. But we lost a little gain there when we brought down the filter cutoff. So we're going to add that back by going to the EQ module. Hello, EQ module. Right. And right now the EQ is actually set to cut the level by 2 dB. Let's add 2 dB. So we're going from -2 to +2 dB. And now we've got... And I mean, much more in the ballpark to me. Now there's one more important thing that we need to hit, and that's the big octave jump, because usually that's what I hear towards the end of Pat's solo. It's that big emotional octave jump where we jump up one octave. And this patch already has an octave jump in it. So if I hit the Control 1 switch and play again, I'm one octave up, and it sounds pretty great. But I feel like we can do just a little bit better, because if we go back to our modeling, I've got the filter cutoff. Remember, we set that to 84. When we do that octave jump, I like to make it a little bit brighter to really make it stand out. So if I go to the assign, I can add in, we have a new assignment. So assign 1 is set up for that GR-300 octave jump. Let's go to assign 3. Our target category is again going to be the GR-300, but the target is going to be the filter cutoff. And what we're going to do is our minimum is going to be 84, which is where we're starting from, right? We already have the filter set at 84, and then our maximum is going to be 95. The control source is also going to be Control 1, and then we're going to put it in toggle mode because we want to toggle this on and off. And that's pretty much everything. So if we go back to modeling, you'll notice that when we do that octave leap, we also get a brighter sound. And then when we go up for the octave, because the filter cutoff has changed. Oh, hey, let me go back and check that. It jumped back to 0. Let's go back to my assign. I don't know why I did that. Let's try that. 84 is what we're looking for. 84. Dump. Okay, let me go back here. It happened one more time. Let's try that now. If I hit the switch on and off, there we go, 84 to 95. I don't know if that's a glitch in the software or what. So here we go, starting off. And then after we go up 1 octave, and there you have it. So with those changes, you can pretty much, I think, really get pretty close to the sound of a vintage Roland GR-300 the way that Pat Metheny plays it. And you can do it with any, you know, GK equipped guitar. You could also do more things if you wanted to with a control pedal too. I just thought I would mention that in this setup, let me go back 1 octave down. When you click on control pedal 2, it actually adds in the regular sound of the guitar. So here's just the guitar. Here's just the 300. But it also adds in a little chorus as well. But I mean, that's a pretty cool sound. But if you wanted to, you could change the assignment of the control pedal 2 to maybe do more things with the GR-300. Because I don't know if you're going to be adding in that natural sound or not. So there you go. Okay, hope you found this video helpful.